Hey everybody, this is a day in the shop, and Scott, what,
Alvord.
Alvord, you are an incredible modeler, and you've been coming over Jeff Grove's house for a long time, and I am blown away by you. You don't have a model railroad.
No, not at all.
You just love to scratch build.
Scratch build, kit build, uniqueness.
Yes.
Chef has inspired me to just do what I do.
Let me show you what he does, folks. All right, let me show you.
All right, Scott, tell us about this. This is a 100% scratch build?
100% scratch built. I do use a laser.
Okay.
I have an X-Tool laser, 20-watt diode laser.
Uh-huh.
And this was basically the inspiration from a photo that I've had for 4 or 5 years.
My
And
Lord.
last week I just decided to take a plunge and started building.
My goodness.
It'll end up in a small diorama, and
This
whether
is,
it'll go to a customer, quite a customer base that takes just about anything I can build. or
right,
It'll end up on Jeff's layout.
right, end up on Jeff's layout. Now, tell us about, show us your phone, the pictures of the prototype you were showing me earlier. While he's digging that up on the phone, so you laser cut these windows and,
Everything's laser cut, even the Coke soda cases are
oh my
laser
Lord.
cut.
Are they made out of cardstock or
They're
plastic?
made out of chipboard.
Chipboard. And the paints, this combination of some stain and acrylic paints, or?
It's actually a not a decal, but I found photos of soda cartons,
Uh-huh.
and I cut them and wrap them around.
Oh my God.
You keep on going past my house.
This is really a prize-winning structure.
I don't know how well that's going to do, Al.
Yeah, now that's good. Now, where is this prototype?
Beats the devil out of me. It's just something, I don't remember if it was on Facebook as I need to build this, begging to be built,
Right.
or something I found on the internet.
Right, that's the part of my series, It Begs to Be Modeled.
Yeah.
And folks, I'm going to put this in It's Begged to Be Modeled too, that you see something you want to model, let's see the other photos. You took a bunch of photos, or you collected some photos. And there's an optical illusion here we were talking about earlier. Why don't you tell folks about that roof line?
Yeah, if you look at it from this angle, I don't know if it's the distortion is intentional or just the lens on the camera, but it gives the effect of a real wider building and a less of a peak.
Right,
And then this one, gives a different perspective.
right. And then you decided to use, which is the correct perspective, the steeper peak.
Yeah.
This is absolutely, and to get the rust, you use a sponge technique?
No, I don't do a lot of sponge.
No.
This was the main building. Is a distress clapboard, and all I did was use a barnwood stain. Come back and do my nail holes with a rust, and then weather the bottom with a weathering ink.
Now, how did you achieve the rust spotting? Was that dripped on with an eyedropper or chalks, or
Which part are you talking
on
about?
the roof here?
Oh no, this does have some sponging. I'm sorry,
Okay.
but then I'd go back with a rust stain and come along and do the edges, and it takes some of that powder. Then I tilt it.
Wow.
And get it to rub.
This is beautiful. And Jeff lets you use, I'm sure you have your own shop, but you've got Jeff's shop, and look at all these titchy parts, huh?
So I always everything's laser cut.
Wow.
If you take a drive out on Shannon,
This is, Howard and I have many, many windows and a lot of drawers. This is very organized by number. And let's go out on the layout and check out the stuff. Scott, let's talk about this. Now, the building itself, I guess, was a SSLTD kit, but you scratch built this from plans, or?
Scratch builder from plans. I had years ago done the kit, which had all the white metal parts to it, and I had saved the plans. And just knowing that Jeff wanted a lumberyard somewhere on his layout, so I just duplicated it, scratch built it all, and acquired all the original machinery and belt drives and
Mm-hmm.
included that in the structure.
This is
And then this is a Scale Structures Garlinger
Oh, I remember this
wood
thing.
carrier.
Okay, I remember that. Now, again, on the rust, how did you achieve the technique on this roof?
This is a combination of sponge painting, pastels, and I have to look myself out. I've
that's
done so
okay.
many. And yeah, this one also has the rusting.
Right. And I guess you can also have some of that leftover pastel or leftover powder chunks
Exactly.
that you can sprinkle down on there. And
Right.
do you hit it with a dull coat to lock it, or
No, that's it.
you just leave it?
Don't use any dull coat on anything.
Right. Well,
And mainly because it's a structure and you're not going to be handling it.
right.
So.
You're not blowing it off. You're not
Right.
handling it. It is. And now you
And the
built.
wash helps it stay on.
Okay. Like a India ink wash, or
Yeah, it's a commercial product, but it's the same thing as an Indian ink wash.
Man. Now this one over here, you built the prototype kit for, I guess, when Jeff came out with this.
That was a Christmas kit from, I don't remember what year, 2021, 22 maybe.
And you built this one for.
Yeah, this was the, Jeff designed the kit, and a lot of it was based out, I think, of some of his experiences when he lived down in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wow.
And
And you built that for it.
Yeah.
You've built a lot of these kits, I guess, for South River. I mean, not. You built a lot of these kits for Carolina Craftsman kits, I guess,
Right.
and they would photograph them.
right.
Let's see some others. Let me go ahead and pause this one. Now, Scott, you did.
When you go up to, are you going up to Dave Sullivan's today?
Yes.
No, Dave has a version of this on his layout that we modified from this kit.
Oh, wow.
And Dave's is really spectacular. You'll be real impressed.
Now, did you build that one, or did you and Dave do that one?
Dave and I worked in conjunction with it. Now, this
wow.
one is covered with a paper brick.
Right.
And one Dave and I built for his layout, he used Monster Model Works brick.
Does that come colored? The Monster Model Works
No,
brick?
it's a laser. It's hard to describe. You got to see it. But they have an aged brick pattern,
And
and it's actually three-dimensional, where some of the brick is deteriorated.
Monster brick. Now, does it come colored? I know these are like the
No,
green,
it just comes laser cut. so
so you have to color it.
Yeah, you got to paint it.
Wow. This is beautiful. I remember when this was in its kit stage, you were building this, so
Yeah.
that Jeff could take photographs.
And we, because I knew it would end up on Jeff's layout. This Brandt furniture used to be an industry here in Hagerstown, and I knew the grandson of the founder of this Brandt.
Wow.
Used to be a very high quality, although their building looked nothing like this. But
Wow.
just to tie it into
Jeff's layout.
layout.
All right, Scott, let's talk about this one you did. This is a flat.
This started from an old Magnuson resin kit
Okay.
that I didn't like the building as it was. And so I duplicated it. It's all laser cut, and with a faux paper brick, and did it as a flat. And again, this MP Moeller was a turn of the century Hagerstonian Moeller pipework, which is internationally famous. But he bought a car company, the Dagmar, in honor of his daughter, Dagmar.
Okay.
And so again, it just ties into Jeff's Western Maryland, Hagerstown theme.
I'll bet you the Magnuson kit that you're thinking of is the one I just bought that I want to
I think it was
the brewery.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
brewery kit. Yeah, because this center section
Yeah,
has some of the flavor of that brewery.
Yeah, these were the sides, and I just elongated them.
Right.
And
But you didn't use the Magnuson. Well, you didn't use the Magnuson walls, did you?
no. I'll tell you, I didn't. Somebody gave me the kit, and it was missing a wall.
Okay.
That's why I never built it. But I liked the architecture of it.
Right.
And this was the part I loved the most, where it had the one wood section in it and the doors. And so I just took the sidewalls and expanded them.
This is a beautiful flat. This is just spectacular. Let me pause this. Scott built this one, and right after you built it, I'll bet you Jeff said, "Hey, let's take pictures of it and put it on in the catalog." You know.
That it was built in honor of group member who passed away. And I think he also, years before, Bar Mills did a Ninchek's salvage yard in honor of this fellow.
Wow. All right, Scott. So you say this kit here was the first kit you and Jeff collaborated on?
Yeah, it's Alvord's life-saving station.
Oh wow. So you built this one, and how did you achieve the distressed look on the lumber?
That's a sponge technique. That
Is it?
was years back when Jason was introducing that to the internet, and I gave it a shot and pleased with it.
So you didn't scrape it with an X-Acto knife?
No, it's wood straight out of the packet, and did an ink wash, and then came back and did a sponge technique.
Wow, with using white and gray to sponge. What a spectacular presentation. We're going to end. Scott has done many buildings on the layout, but we're going to end with this one. I think this one's a Railway Designs Wilmanson's Mill. And you kitbashed this and redid this one.
Yeah, I added the wood structure and tower,
and you.
If I'm not mistaken, Jeff had parts of the kit and just, I had them again sitting around for years and hadn't done a lot in Logical for a while.
Right. This is a kit that Rail Scale Models, Steve, you can contact Rail Scale Models and he can pour you a set of the walls. You can contact him, or you can look for these kits. These are hard to find. I just paid $200 for one that I picked up. Well, Scott, thanks so much for sharing your art with us. And
My pleasure, Al.
I'm just.
Always good seeing you.
Thanks.